first Eurovision Song Contest was held on May 24th, 1956, and what started as an experimental broadcast has been enjoyed by Europe ever since. When it comes to live TV though, not everything goes according to plan. These are the top 10 fails of Eurovision. At number 10, it was the very first entry of the night back in 1990. Spain's musicians Azúcar Moreno were left in desynchronized chaos as a technical issue meant the band missed their cue to start singing. They walked off stage, leaving an awkward silence for everyone watching. As the mistake wasn't their fault, they were allowed to start over, later coming in 5th place. Next at 9, it takes courage to come on stage with a song called We Are the Winners.
We are the winners. We are the winners. We are.
LT United didn't go down too well with viewers, boasting about supposedly already winning the contest. Lithuania's entry in 2006 was certainly confident and did in fact make it to the finals, but they weren't the winners and instead came 6th.
We are the winners of Eurovision. We are.
Still not too bad for a smug performance. At number 8, and back in 2008, Ireland made a weird joke entry in the 53rd Eurovision Song Contest.
Where, oh where did it all go wrong? Come on!
Their puppet Dustin mainly says hello to various countries throughout the song and even makes fun at Terry Wogan.
Rag accent, bad accent, Terry Wogan's wig. It was mad accent, sad accent, it was Johnny Logan's gig.
The puppet in the shopping trolley didn't get the best reaction and failed to make it through to the final. We wonder why. Number 7, and sticking with 2008, comedy group Crazy Radio represented the Estonians in another example of a joke entry that won the national selection process. Most of the 8 points they received came from Finland, most likely because they featured lines spoken in Finnish. However, it wasn't a good outcome for the country, as it was the second worst performing song in that year, coming 18th in the semi-final. Number 6. In 2021, the contest returned following the global pandemic, and the UK's James Newman song had an end of lockdown theme.
You and I gonna light up the room.
It was also the UK's first entry since 2020's Brexit, which was clearly still on the mind of Europe and was guaranteed to not help us win any points. Despite James being supported by 2 humongous trumpets on stage, his vocals just didn't quite cut it, winning the UK nil points for just the second time ever. Next at number 5. And as we mentioned, prior to James Newman, there was only one other time the UK received nil points in the competition. That was when we entered Gemini to represent us on the big stage. Unfortunately, her performance was majorly off-key, which was later blamed on technical difficulties. Nobody quite expected us to do so badly. Next at number 4. In 2004, the competition went to Turkey for the first Eurovision with a semi-final. During said semi-final, Switzerland, Pierro and the music stars had a bumpy time on stage. The dancers wore casual clothes and the backing singers were somewhat out of tune, adding to the lack of production value.
Clap your hands, oh clap your hands. Everybody just clap your hands. Clap your hands, oh clap your hands. Have a wonderful time.
On top of this, Pierro smacked himself with the microphone.
All your friends are riding by your side.
They got nil points, not much to
Celebrate.
for this one. Number 3. Throwing it right back now to 1987. It's no secret that Eurovision has had plenty of joke entries, as we've already seen. But that year, Israel sent comedy duo the Lazy Bums, purely because the pair won Israel's public selection process by impersonating the Blues Brothers and singing a gobbledygook song. The culture minister for Israel at the time, Yitzhak Nevon, was not best pleased with the entry and even threatened to resign. In the end, the Lazy Bums came 8th. Not a bad result considering the political drama surrounding the act. At number 2, in 2003 at the 48th Eurovision Song Contest, one comedian who had won a national talent show got to represent Austria in the competition. Half of the backing singers were cardboard cutouts, and his dancing was questionable. Notice one of the cutouts is Lady Liberty wearing the American flag, a strange choice considering the US has very little interest in Eurovision. Alf Poyer's song was about animals, and he remarkably finished in 6th place with over 100 points. And finally, at number 1, did someone call for pirates?
Down to the core, we're coming for more with our so close and tight. Ha ha, we are scary and bold, our chest full of gold.
In 2008, which as we've seen was already a bizarre year, Latvia's entry went all in on the at-sea theme.
Sing a flag to be free, we will steal the show, Jolly Rogers go, we are wolves of the sea.
Their song Wolves of the Sea was more like something out of a panto, coming in 12th despite lots of support from Ireland. Sometimes in this competition it really is sink or swim. What's your funniest memories of Eurovision? Are there any acts you would have given nil points? Let us know below.
We are the